Top 5 games that took unexpected turns. Some games just have that special something about them. Maybe it's the way they force you to pick between two morally gray choices during a crucial part of the story. Or maybe it's how some don't let you choose at all, making you watch your character make those hard choices while you're unable to do anything about it. Then, there are games that have you on the edge of your seat, making you anticipate the pinnacle of hours of hard work, only to pull a complete 180 and do a little more than leave you with a quizzical look. These are those games, and this is a list detailing those moments. Be warned. There are spoilers, so if you don't want to watch these old games ruined for you, feel free to watch one of our many other top list videos. Let's begin. Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil cemented its name in the video game world in 1996 with its groundbreaking first installment. Since then, a handful of numbered titles have followed, including multiple spin-offs, and even new games altogether, thanks to some of the survival horror's roots' more far-fetched storylines. The franchise found widespread critical and commercial success with Resident Evil 4. This perfect blend of survival action, horror, and cinematic feats redefined what horror games could be. And then, Resident Evil 5 happened. Seeing the success of RE4, the developers chose to keep the over-the-shoulder perspective, the sense of faster-paced action, and the upgrade system, but that's just about all there is. The game starts off fairly straightforward. You take control as Chris Redfield, a series vet, and his new partner, Sheva Alomar, as they try to stop a new biological parasite infecting Africa's domestic wildlife, dubbed as Las Plagas. The first half of the game seems to follow the same formula. You have infected to put down, and monstrous bosses to encounter. Then, things get weird. By the end of the game, you're fighting an infected Wesker inside of a volcano, punching massive boulders to make paths, until you're finally free of his tentacle tornado grasp. It makes no sense in relation to the rest of the game, but with enough thinly strung storyline keeping it all together, maybe that was what Capcom was going for. Resident Evil 5 was by no means a terrible game. It just took a weird turn that left a funny taste in players' mouths. Number 4. Shadow of the Colossus. Developed by the team responsible for Ico and the upcoming The Last Guardian, Shadow of the Colossus was a phenomenal achievement in terms of storytelling. Based around the theme of loss and sacrifice, you play a nameless protagonist known only as the Wanderer. The game's plot starts the Wanderer bringing a dead woman to an altar, and a mysterious voice, known only as Dorman, tells you to set out on a heart-wrenching quest to search out and slay 16 jaw-dropping beasts in the hopes of reviving the deceased woman. After traveling across the wide-open world with your horse, Argo, and an ancient blade that also serves as your compass, you find and kill each Colossus. Though once you do, serpent-like tentacles crawl out of the freshly defeated giant and seep into your protagonist. Not much is explained as to why or how this happens, until you get to the very end. You come to realize that the shadow substance is none other than the same entity who had you embark on your journey from the start. Using your body as a host to come back resurrected, Dorman reveals himself, taking over Wanderer's body with the tendrils from the fallen titans and killing the Order who had segmented and sealed him away for an eternity. It's a crucial point in the game, and it comes to fruition in a brain-wrinkling way. Some avid players may piece this together as the game goes on, but for people new to the series and experiencing it for the first time, it's a fantastic plot device that comes together very unexpectedly and surprisingly. Number 3. The Dark Brotherhood. With every new iteration of the famed Elder Scrolls franchise comes a slew of praise regarding how much content is truly packed into each game. There are dungeons to explore, hidden passages to exploit, and lengthy side missions, on top of the already meaty story, to undertake. This is most apparent in the many guilds that are available in each installment. One that sticks out in particular is the Dark Brotherhood guild in the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. You are tasked by members of the group to seek out and take care of people via dead drops. With each important killing, your rank in the guild will rise. It's not only until some time in the Brotherhood has passed that things start to seem off. Once you assassinate Ungalim, Lucian the Speaker of the Black Hand will call you out on your treachery, revealing that the dead drops intended for you have gone unfulfilled, and you've been secretly murdering other members of the Black Hand. Soon after, you find out where the true traitor has been hiding, and once you get to his room, you find a chamber filled with body parts and a diary recounting the events of your cold-blooded murders. Written in blood, no less. Lucian is framed for your actions and is killed in his hiding place. After finally organizing a meeting with the Night Mother, the head of the hierarchy, it is revealed that a man named Matthew Bellamont has been responsible for betraying the Order and has been doing so in order to kill the Night Mother for her part in the death of his own mother by the hands of Lucian. It's a wonderful story, and every minute of realization isn't enough to heal your mental scars once it's over. Number 2. True Crime. At the time of release, True Crime Streets of LA was perceived as yet another Grand Theft Auto clone, jumping on the bandwagon of open-world sandbox games where you drive cars, shoot people, and discover the mean, crime-ridden streets of Los Angeles. This time, though, instead of playing as a mobster looking to get back into the game, you play as Nick Kang, a cop with a moral conflict when it comes to what law enforcement wants and what Nick wants. These choices affect your karma and can determine the outcome of your game's ending. It had great visuals, an impressively original soundtrack, and it was fun to play. Once you get to the House of Wu, though, things go from 0 to what the hell really fast. Die! What seems to be a cinematic experience of gritty cop drama turns quickly into a salvia trip with almost no warning. You go from taking orders from your sergeant to hacking away at zombies with meat cleavers to shooting flaming cyclops skulls out of the air, and eventually fighting for your life against a dragon. It's borderline ridiculous. It barely makes any sense in context, and that's why True Crime Streets of LA takes number 2. Number 1. Silent Hill 2. Those who have experienced the world of Silent Hill know that underneath every turned stone is not always a ghastly nightmare waiting to jump scare you. Sometimes it's a subtle joke, or in Silent Hill 2's case, a not-so-subtle ending that will make you stare blankly at the screen wondering if your copy was pirated. If you happen to play through the story a second time, one of 2 joke endings can play out. Either the game's protagonist, James Sunderland, will suddenly be abducted by a UFO with the assistance of the first game's playable character, or you'll enter a special room. James walks in and discovers a Shiba Inu at the computer terminal, controlling all the events and horrors you just went through hell trying to escape. The dog comforts James by licking his face, and then the credits roll. Game over. It doesn't make any sense, and honestly, it doesn't need to. The music played alongside it is a wonderful blend of Casio keyboard and dog bark samples, while a slideshow of some hilarious screenshots and clips play out next to the dog's imposed head. It's enough to make you want to hit yourself, just in case you were wondering if what you just saw was real. Silent Hill 2 takes the number 1 spot of unpredictable turns. And that's it, folks. Some truly bizarre moments in games that weren't expected at all, at least the first time around. We know we didn't cover every and all moments, so leave a comment letting us know what games stick out to you, and still makes you wonder just what happened. As always, if you liked the video, hit that like button hard, and if you want to see more content, murder that subscribe button. Everybody, thanks for watching. Have a great day.